Yay! Are we good?
I can hear you now.
Hallelujah!
I had to literally switch phones and everything because I'm like, I can't hear nothing.
I know, and people was like calling me ghetto. I'm like, it's not me, it's the internet. Hello.
How
Anyway,
have you been?
I'm good. I'm good. How you look gorgeous as usual. And before we
Thank
get into
you.
everything, how are you? How's your family? How are your friends? Is everybody safe and healthy?
They are. One thing that we've been doing is acknowledging that we just need to stay put.
Yeah.
You know, it's difficult. It's really hard because you know how we are. We used to around. We used to making certain things happen and all of the above. But the reality is that it's more important for us to be healthy. And how can we help the people we love if we're not here? And I lost 2 aunts in one day. And, you know, one, they're saying pneumonia, a lot of other things. There are a lot of reasons that we should be careful. There are a lot of reasons that we should be safe. There are a lot of reasons that if you go out for the essentials, I have kids and, you know, I have parents, and you go out for the essentials, there's a reason you should be covered up. Absolutely. There's a reason that you should be consistently washing your hands thoroughly. Absolutely. There's a reason you should wear gloves and masks. And when I've only been out twice in 4 weeks now, almost 5 weeks. Yeah. And so going out of the door, when I come in, I bag everything and put it in a completely separate place until I wash it. It's just, I care enough about my kids. I care enough about my parents, you know?
Absolutely. And that brings me to, how are you feeling about them trying to open up Georgia?
I completely think it's insane. I think it's ludicrous. No pun intended. I think it is insane. You know, I feel like when you evaluate, we're self-employed to a degree as well. Yep. We know what having small businesses is like. We know what the effect is. Then with the effect, though, you have to be attentive to the agenda and what it could be possibly. And it is clearly not our health at this point, because, you know, there's really no question that whatever is taking place right now, the planet itself is trying to reset. We should be too.
Oh, I love that. I
mean, it really is.
Yeah, the planet is trying to reset, and we need to have respect for the planet. I love that you said that, because I do think that some people are thinking that, oh, it's not going to hit me, or it's false, or it can't happen to me. This is not where we are right now. This is not where we are.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm looking at it like also too, you know, everyone has their own beliefs. So for me, you know, I grew up with a mom and a minister right in the house, and there was a lot that we studied and talked about that now is basically reigning true. And so the reality is that we can't ask peace to be still if we can't be still. We have to learn how to just kind of chill.
Yes.
You know, it's hard. It's hard. I would love to be making money. Shows are postponed until 2021 and after. So I acknowledge it, but I just keep reminding a lot of my friends and family that if you're not here, that is the absolute worst that could happen. And we have to get, you know, be resourceful in these times, you know, figure out other things that we can do and do them inside. And I got 3 kids, so I'm busy.
I was gonna just get to that now. You got 3 kids ranging from 6 to 14, and you've been homeschooling. How's that been going?
Okay, let's be clear here, okay? It's not really homeschooling, okay? It is doing what their teacher tell me to do at home, okay? I am not gonna pretend that I am like some great teacher. I am patient. And that's key.
But that's important. That is important.
That is key to kids. Yeah. I'm real patient, and I realized that 9th grade math is nothing like what I remember it being. It is really hard. I'm trying to figure different things out. With my daughter, it's a lot easier because I understand the fundamentals of 1st grade, and with my middle schooler, I got those fundamentals down. But it gets a little bit more complex as I get up into this high school stuff. But I've enjoyed being connected with them, and you know, as close as I am to my kids, I don't think until this pandemic did I realize how sometimes you're even busy when you're right there with them, and so that's not.
You know what? It's funny you say that, because we've been obviously doing the show from the house, and we have my oldest stepdaughter here, and she is 17. Or she's 17, and she's in her last year. And I found myself, after we filmed the show, she was talking to me about one of her projects, and I was listening. I thought I was right there, and I started answering something back, and I was like, no, I had to check myself because I was like, that's not being fully there. So I'm glad you said that, because sometimes we think we are, and we're so used to the phone that we're really not. Now,
and listen, my friend tells me all the time, like, I don't know how you multitask like this, yo. Would like calm it down. How are you multitasking? And so what I've been doing is learning how to really flip the off switch.
Yeah.
You know, flip the off switch on certain things. And I used to do that a little, like I have two phones. There's a family phone and a work phone, and you cut one off. And I have one, my middle son, he's 12 years old. He is absolutely obsessed with sports. When you at his game, he know what time you got there. Oh, Romello knows if you, and when he would make a touchdown or he makes a play or whatever, he look right at me and do his arms like, you know, so you got to be present.
You better be paying attention.
Here at home, I am getting some good presence practice.
But it's important. You know what? Yeah, we need it though. Now, this next question, I already know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway because obviously I I changed and got comfy, and you look beautiful. I'm like, I needed to do like something different, but how?
Well, that's why I got a wet and go. You gotta get. I'm gonna send you one of these Wigglicious wet and go, because I have a shortcut, but I got a whole like wet and go, and baby, I watered and moosed myself.
Please hook me up.
Okay.
Please hook me up, because it's gorgeous, and you're always amazing. You've always looked incredible. You're always a fashionista. How's your quarantine wardrobe? What's going on?
It's really bad. It's really bad. I have been in Target pajamas now for 4.5 weeks. And I'm loving it. I mean, I just got dressed for you, sis. This wasn't in the plan. The initial plan was my Target PJs that are sitting right here on this bed. Because we haven't found the home that we love. It's just, we just haven't found it. And so I'm in a hotel. So we're doing this quarantine thing.
Are you serious?
Yes, ma'am. So that's why I'm telling people.
How is that experience?
Well, the good thing is that it's empty. So it's completely become, you know, we have a little backyard space.
Oh, wow.
We go out and do stuff. And my daughter's teacher, Miss Lucy, was so sweet. She had them do a scavenger hunt. So we went out and we found, you had to find a certain size rock, certain size. So just little stuff like that. You know?
I love that. I love that. What an amazing, I mean, as crazy as this is, as crazy as what we're all going through, it is an incredible life experience. It's an incredible life experience. Like, you know, so now, okay, I got to ask you about T.I. and Tiny's Family Hustle. It's in its third season on VH1. What is it like working with friends, and what can fans look forward to?
So I have a pretty strong motto back in the day for years that I didn't mix a lot of like business and family and friends. Like I kept it very minimal because I think that is the easiest way to fall out. But this show has taught me something very different, because after multiple seasons, I actually look forward to it. I look forward to, because we're all so busy that this gives us time to really spend time. And you know, Tiny and I, our mothers lived one street over from each other.
This is,
that's not just for TV. Like it's real love there. We've been through our relationships, our children's births. She named my daughter. Like we're real friends. We're real friends. And so being able to do the show was, it did become difficult for me in a different way, because there's certain things that I don't like to share. You know, it wasn't easy going through divorce, but ultimately being able to say that maybe someone's watching me that's going through it too, that can see how happy I am and see how at peace I am and feel like that can happen for me, has been the bonus to it. Because at first I just felt like, you know, for many years I wouldn't do reality TV.
Absolutely.
Over a decade.
And
I just felt like no way, no how.
Do you think that comes from where we come from? Because we weren't used to sharing all of our stuff the way life is now, where they share everything on socials and everything is together. Do you think that came from maybe that part of it, where we were very, like you said, you separated your personal from your business? Do you think that's why you were hesitant to share anything?
You know, it's funny because one of my, he's like my little brother King. He always calls me Gangsta Mo, and people kind of look back. But I say that to say, like, the nicknames come from the life in the old code. The idea of certain things should always remain private. Certain things should always remain between us. And that's just something that I'm still not willing to break. If you go back, you can't find reason for a lot of things, but I'm okay with telling you how I feel, how I made it through. It is never for me to, it's never in my heart or in my mind to shame, hurt, or share something about someone else. That's not other people's business. And that's never going to change for me. But I love that the show respects that, and that they know that I'm still transparent, because the reality is that I can still tell you very, very intimate things without exposing other people.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's just a level of respect that if I have to compromise that, it's $1 I won't make. I'm okay with that. And that does come from a completely different time and a completely different place that has nothing to do with the music industry. And I thank God for it. You know, I thank God for it. I wouldn't change it.
Absolutely. I love that. Now, I want to talk about Commitment. It's the first single off the album. And is it out? It's already out. It became a big hit. Is it this summer or last summer?
It was actually last summer, because we haven't even gotten to this song yet. It was last summer. And let me tell you, I was floored at the fact that I've never done anything independently like this. So to put out a record independent after all those years.
And it went #1 on the R&B chart.
It went #1. Yeah. And I mean, quietly it did. It was really different for me, because here I am, I'm doing everything. You know, we come from an era of, we had A&Rs and departments and radio, and then the machine, and then I became the machine. And I had to figure out how to figure all the, you know, these different facets out. But it was really interesting for me, because one of the things I'm keen on is how I treat people. And the fact that I had these relationships from 12 years old up until 39. Of people that were still pouring into me and saying, like, this is what you do and this is how you do it. And Anita Baker was really influential in that, because she will break down the numbers to you so fast on how she gets her money independently, and how she goes and she kills those shows, and she goes home, and then she'll break down, now this is what I made, darling, listen close. And so, you know, so having that really helped me to do what I do.
What inspired the album?
Oh, life.
Okay.
Life, really. I ended up in a place that I would have never have imagined I would be in. And, you know, certain things, for me, I try to do things with the long haul in mind. And when anything comes to an end, you know, like my marriage, you know, you look at that, over almost 9 years, I was fully invested, and I felt like I had failed, and I was concerned with how my children felt. And then I realized that they looked at it like, no, Ma, you demanded to have the type of life that you really wanted, and we're proud of you. But I still felt that way. And so I had to share that on the album. My recording contract came to an end. It wasn't like I was dropped or let go or anything happened. I've been on the same contract, just kind of renewing it since I was 12 years old.
Wow.
And so the companies have changed over the years. It went from Aaron J to, I went through all those changes. And so to make a decision like, you know what, I won't sign again, but what does that mean? That was a big step. It was a big step to become a single mom of 3. It was a big step to say now, like, what will life be like again? Just dating and starting over. These are all things that I had to talk about within the record, because I didn't have another safe place. You know,
but it's your album is your diary. It's art, you know, that's how you write. And I know, like, all the things that you went through, everything that you poured out has blessed someone else, has helped someone else coming through, like, going through the same thing. So thank you for making the album for people who need to hear those things. Like, seriously.
Thank you. I was going to call it Chapter 38, because that's when it just felt like everything came crashing down on me. I just turned 38 years old. It was just a lot. But what I'm realizing is that now so much time has progressed forward. I'm really thinking about letting the fans name the album. I have to figure out a strategic way to do it, or I might just make it self-titled, because you know, this is me.
I love that.
I'm gonna have to maybe you help me
Yeah.
figure out a way to do it and
Yeah.
have them be a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Because they love it. I mean, it's so nice. I think right now, what is nice is that you can be so close to your fans. It took me a while to kind of get over the hump too. Like, I don't know, but actually, it does help me. So I think that would
it's
be cool.
so hard because
it's hard.
like you, and then you're competing with your own work in a way, and I don't like competing. Period.
Oh my
I hate
God.
that.
But
so
you know,
I'm
can
always,
I say I'm gonna well, maybe we can talk about this after this because
okay.
I can talk about the as far as like writing. Like I'm in a slump when it comes to I'm like stuck for some reason,
Really?
and I don't know what it is. But I think what you just said is why I'm stuck. It's you never. It's weird. You want to do something new, but you are kind of competing with what people already know, and you can't let that take you over. And I think that's where I'm at. I don't know.
You know what helped me? And I'll say this to any artist. I started differentiating what I listen to.
Yeah.
Because that's all I can do in here. And I discover massive things, even online now.
Yeah.
I'm discovering that. So I'm listening to, like right now in my rotation, it's such a wide variety, it will floor you. Like I'm listening to everything from the Clark Sisters' new album. I'm listening to it because I grew up on them.
Yep.
So I'm listening to it for technique and stylizing and for spirit.
Yes.
First, okay.
Ooh.
So I started like really feeding my spirit with what I'm listening to. The Clark Sisters, J Moss, a lot of that. And then I started kind of venturing out, and I find things every day that I had never seen before. Like one of my girlfriends, she sent me, it's actually some background singers, and they just get together, they distance themselves, and they just sing all day. I started writing after listening to them one day. And then like being innovative, there are not a lot of people that are fearless in being innovative. So I went back and looked at a lot of stuff of Missy's. I discovered Joyner Lucas, looking at Joyner Lucas's Will video. And finding out how it was shot, it pushed my level of creativity, because I think that we've seen so much, you kind of become jaded.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
you do.
It's just the reality. You become jaded. And so when you see someone unapologetically them and then still trying new things, it makes you say it's time to try something a little bit different.
It's true. It's that inspiration. That is true inspiration. I get that. I love it.
And so I just been seeking and finding it, and when I'm not feeling creative, I tap out of it.
Right.
You can't put a deadline on it. You can't put a time frame on it. Like stuff has been happening for me that I dreamed of. My fans, I felt bad because I told them I would have this record done in a certain amount of time, and I didn't. And I'm a woman of my word, so it bothered me. But then I started having these creative spurts, and you end up working with Pharrell and creating 2 records a night. I'm back at 2 records a night, like when I was 14, 15 years old. And then you realize that the wait is worth it. The wait is worth it. Because if I had put it out on the timeline that I initially discussed, none of what's happening now would have happened. So I just had to stop beating myself up.
Absolutely. That's a true one. You got people are like, yes, preach, Monica. Like, there's so many good, like, listen, I need this. I needed this. But
no, for real. And then call me sometime.
I need to. This is the one
you'd be surprised.
I need it. I definitely do. So thank you for that. When concerts start coming back, if they ever come back, I'm hoping which they will. I know they will. How do you think they'll be the same? I wonder what it's gonna be like. What do you think?
Listen, if we come out of this and we are not more grateful and more appreciative, then it was all for nothing. And I don't believe that people are going to let this all be for nothing. Real talk. We should be having more fun at the concert. Okay. We should be, instead of giving your favorite artist a hard time and complaining about what you didn't see, pay attention to what you're seeing.
Absolutely.
Give them a moment to share with you, because like some of the greatest entertainers, like, there's nothing like the experience of a Beyonce concert. Woo! Nothing like it. Nothing like it. Let her feel that when she's on stage. But there's also nothing like the experience of an Erykah Badu concert. Oof. Or her concert. Or you have to, all of these artists are so amazing individually
Yeah.
and all in their own way. So when you go, we got to stop putting people against each other. We got to start creating these battles and have celebrations.
Yeah.
We got to start letting these people know that we appreciate them. And the same applies to the people that aren't on stages, like the teachers. Hey, listen, I've never appreciated you more. Those who teach my kids all day. I've never appreciated you more. I've never appreciated my hairstylist more. Or have you ever put on your eyelashes yourself? I've never appreciated the makeup artist more. So it's like I appreciate the custodians. I appreciate this is a time of appreciation. So when we come out of this, the same feeling should be at the shows. And I think, you know, the promoters, the people that handle lighting, sound, I've never appreciated even the thought of you more. So I think it's going to be even greater. That is my thought. Maybe
let's hope so. I pray. I
just think it's going to be a long time.
Yeah, I do.
That's what we have to prepare for. I think it's going to be a long time, but I think people are going to be more appreciative.
Yeah, I hope so too. All right, so are you down to play a little game? Just like a question answer game?
I think so.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a few things. So, okay, we both go by one name. And so I'm gonna the game is called What's My Name? And I'll give you 3 clues of performers who go by one name, and then you'll guess. Some of them might not be performers, so I won't say just performers. And we'll see how many you get correctly.
But what I gotta do?
So
I'll give you
I'll give you some clues, and then you give me who you think it might be. So I'll read you like 3 clues, and then you give me who you think it might be. I feel like you could get them.
Okay.
Should we do one? Let's do one and see how you feel.
Okay.
All right. So she put her man in quarantine. Her talk show was on for 25 seasons. Gail's best friend. Okay, see, it's not Oprah.
Stedman had to go to the guest house, baby. I saw that one. Listen, if you don't take Corona serious, you can't even visit me. So me and Oprah, we on the same type of time. I don't have her type of money, but we on the same type of time.
Okay. So in 1984, he simultaneously held the #1 spot for film, single, and album. Wrote for Sinead O'Connor, Shaka Khan, and the Bangles. Purple.
Prince.
Yep. All day.
You know why I know? Because I had my big cousin sneak me into the movie.
I love it. Okay. First single released under the stage name Bonnie Jo Mason, won an Academy Award for Moonstruck, was married to Sonny.
Cher.
Yep. Okay. Let's see another one. Okay. Her first name is Robin, has a super successful beauty line.
Rihanna.
Of course. I was like,
I love her.
I shouldn't even read that one.
Hold up. Reed is my favorite. Rebellious, talented, amazing, gorgeous. I just love her. I loved her from the first time I saw her. And her mother's name is Monica.
Oh, yes. Monica's raised beautiful, amazing, talented children.
Yes.
Thank you so much for checking in with us and checking in. Yes. And please, I'm going to hit you about the wet and go because I need help.
Yes, I'm going to get Alonzo to get you one. I'm getting ready to send you my information to your DMs right now. Because we need a record from you and I need a record from Swiss. So we got to be double teaming over here, making it happen.
Let's do it. Well, thank you so much. It's so good to see you. You look beautiful as usual. Stay safe, stay blessed and healthy. And I'm sending you good vibes.
And listen, y'all, no matter what anyone says, stay in unless it's absolutely necessary for you to go out. Nobody can value you if you don't. Don't listen to what they say. Do what you need to do. Stay at home.
Stay at home. You heard it. You heard it from Monica. Stay at home.
Stay at home.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Love y'all.
Bye, everybody. Thank y'all all for checking in. Before we leave, thank you so much. By the way, guys, how great was that? That was amazing, no? That was incredible, and I needed that myself. So she said to stay home, stay safe. Monica just launched a new clothing line called M Merch, inspired by her mother, Marilyn, just in time for Mother's Day. So you guys can check out her clothing line, Monica Apparel, online. Listen to Monica's hit song, Commitment, on her website. And T.I. and Tiny, Friends and Family Hustle airs Monday nights on VH1. Don't forget to watch The Talk weekdays on CBS, 2 p.m. Eastern Time and 1 p.m. Pacific. West Coast, you can catch us today. And don't forget to come back to Instagram Live next week. Thank you to everybody. Sorry about my technical difficulties. Sending love and blessings to everyone. I needed that inspiration today myself from Monica. So hopefully you guys are all inspired. Hey girl, I see Cheryl Underwood's on here, y'all. Thank you so much to everybody. And like I said, thank you guys all for tuning in and watching us every day, because we love you guys, and we worried about y'all, you know, and just want to send you love. So I'm out. Have a beautiful weekend. Stay safe. You heard what Monica says. Stay in. Unless you need to go out, stay in. Bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you.